Last two questions, Rashid Kidwai and Aparajita Sarangi. I want to bring you back into this conversation. Mr. Kidwai, do you see Rahul Gandhi milking this as possible sympathy, empathy, what like Mr. Mangalam says, maybe not milking, but he says there is empathy for Rahul Gandhi at the back of this happened? Or do you see this as possible confusion where the voter is concerned?
Well, I think, Preeti, we are a large country, and there is no single issue. So I think Mr. Rahul Gandhi may go on talking about it, and it will find traction among the Congress supporters, while there will be others who will be equally opposed to it. My problem is that consistency. If Mr. Rahul Gandhi wants to make a political case that his free speech is not being allowed, after all, public figures like Savarkar and Nehru are constantly criticized by both sides of the spectrum, and you don't go to court. I mean, there is no scope for criminal defamation in these kind of cases. But I am saying you cannot be fighting the courts and finding loopholes in a judgment. While I agree with Mr. Kumar Mangalam that there may be very big loopholes, but it is very difficult to tell the voter in political terms that courts and the BJP are on the same page. This is a very difficult thing to communicate. Therefore, I think Congress will be better off making a political case against the BJP or its political rivals, and Mr. Rahul Gandhi is spearheading that campaign. But when it goes to court and there is a adverse judicial pronouncement, there a lot of problem and grey area comes in. That is a real challenge for Rahul Gandhi.
All right, Aparajita Sarangi, once again I'll ask you the question that I began with. The BJP keeps saying that Rahul Gandhi has to face the law. Plausible, understandable, but as somebody who is a lawmaker, madam, I'll ask you that question again. No matter who you criticize for defamation, 162 years of the IPC, Ms. Sarangi, and not once has anyone been held or given the maximum sentence of 2 years for defamation. Do you not find it odd?
If the judiciary is pronouncing judgment, if Gujarat High Court has pronounced judgment, please let me know how is Modi government or how is Bharatiya Janata Party responsible? That's the question today. See, nobody is above constitution or the law of the land or the judiciary. The law will take its course. Now, how are we involved? This is one part. Number two, I would say that this particular case has traveled to 3 courts. Number one, the lower court, where the sentence had been pronounced and where he had been asked to apologize very candidly by the honorable judge at that point of time. And you know what he said? "Main maafi nahi mangunga kyunki main Gandhi hu, Savarkar nahi." Now, what kind of statement is this? Puerile or intentional? Is it arrogance? Because he belongs to a particular privileged family?
But Ms. Sarangi, it could be neither puerile, nor tactical. It could just be factual. Because it did happen.
See, the point is, why should he bring Veer Savarkar there? And does he know who is Veer Savarkar? I still doubt whether he has seen the prison hole of Veer Savarkar in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Now, number two, the case goes to the session court. Now, the session court grants the bail, but there is no stay on the conviction. And now here is Gujarat High Court, which has not stayed the conviction. No, I think it was very simple. He would have apologized. Now here the spokespersons must not come out from the Congress and say that, Rahul Gandhi did what he thought it was right. I mean, this is absolutely...
A quick comment by Mr. Mangalam. Mr. Mangalam, do you get what Ms. Sarangi is also saying? Because multiple courts in Gujarat, drawing also from what Mr. Kidwai has said, has given a ruling. Now, yes, you're going to the Supreme Court. Possibly you will get reprieve, but the narrative would have already been set, for a fair while.
I mean, I think that's basically a subjective question to ask. I don't believe the narrative is set in one way or the other.
Okay.
I mean, I would say that when we head to the Supreme Court, we expect to get reprieve from that, and that will be the Supreme Court is the highest court in the land. So their judgment stands, and they have often overturned concurrent judgments, not twice, but 3 or 4 times at least. When the judgment has been in one direction, they have overturned it. So I
so we'll only know, and once again, no matter what,
into it, that the Supreme Court will overturn it.